am happy to be here today in Mumbai in the Indian Merchants Chamber. This is an iconic organization which has a rich legacy of representing and promoting Indian business for over 100 years. I believe Mahatma Gandhi was associated with the Chamber as an honorary member, a truly rare honor for any institution. The stated mission of the Indian Merchant Chamber is to provide quality service to members of its members and to society at large, enabling them to grow qualitatively and quantitatively to make India a strong economic nation. It is a laudable objective and deserves our commendation. Since independence, as this audience knows well, our country has made significant progress in different aspects of economy and society. India has emerged as the third largest economy in the world in purchasing power parity terms. Socioeconomic indicators such as poverty, unemployment, inequality, health, education, housing, sanitation, etc. have shown considerable improvement, especially in the last 2 decades. We have attained self-reliance in most agricultural products and are even exporting some of them. Our services sector is counted amongst the best in the world. Manufacturing has grown and diversified into high-tech areas as well. India's share in the global trade and investment has been on the upward trend, albeit modestly. In these endeavors, the public and the private sector have been equal partners. Both have made valuable contributions to the national growth and development agenda. The task, however, is by no means accomplished. We still have the dubious distinction of being home to the largest number of the poor in the world. Inequality in social and economic terms is a stark reality. Unemployment is rampant. Hunger, malnutrition, disease, illiteracy, and homelessness still afflict a large section of our vast population. Our manufacturing capabilities and the services sector need to grow in terms of quality and quantity if we are to match the level of other developing countries such as Brazil and China. There is a need to focus on the words social and responsibility. These relate to the wider objective of development, which is to achieve broad-based improvement in the economic and social conditions of our people. An essential requisite for it is the continuous growth of GDP at accelerating pace. Rapid growth produces inclusiveness through a larger expansion in the total income and production, which directly raises living standards of a large number of our people by providing them with employment and other income-enhancing activities. It also generates higher revenues which help to finance critical programs of inclusiveness which either deliver benefits directly to the people and the needy or increase their ability to access employment and income opportunities generated by the growth process. Empirical evidence shows that growth without equity is not sustainable in the long run. On the other hand, desired levels of equity or inclusion cannot be attained without rapid and sustained growth. Hence, the solution is not either or, but in both. As we pursue faster and more inclusive and sustainable growth for the country, the government and the corporate sector both have critical roles to play in its realization. I will focus here on the role of business. Businesses promote growth directly by increasing production and output. They help in inclusion by generating productive employment and creating wealth. Indian entrepreneurs and business enterprises have a long tradition of working within the values that have defined our nation's ethos, whether it was endowing institutions to actively participate in India's freedom movement or imbibing them with the idea of trusteeship. CSR in India has traditionally been seen as a philanthropic activity. Over the years, it has evolved from institution building to community development through educational, cultural, and research projects. It now needs to move forward from community development to becoming more strategic in nature by getting linked with business. The Companies Act of the year 2013 has introduced the idea of CSR to the forefront by making it mandatory for certain class of enterprises. According to the Indian Institute of Corporate Affairs, a minimum of 6,000 Indian companies are required to undertake CSR projects under its provisions. Some estimates indicate that CSR commitments from the companies can amount to as much as 20,000 crore of rupees. In my view, there is a greater potential for CSR from the business community. The answer, however, does not lie in enacting new laws to make CSR mandatory for all. It has a greater chance of success through voluntary commitment by all able enterprises in private or public sector. This would be a win-win proposition for the businesses and the society in which they exist and flourish. Our commitment to the basic tenets of our Constitution must be reinforced, institutions of the state respected, and national institutions strengthened so that we can remain united in all our diversity. In addition, more resources and greater efforts need to be devoted to the weakest structures in our society for the social and educational development. In allocation of CSR resources, the need of the poorest and the least socially developed segments should be appropriately privatized. This will ensure greater social harmony, so essential for national prosperity.